Hi, everyone. Welcome to the VZWBuzz Mobile Lifestyle Chat Video Recap, sponsored by Verizon Wireless. It's great to see you all. We have a great price for everyone today. It's the Sony Xperia Z3B smartphone. And the cool thing about this phone is it has a great camera, but I'm also going to show you how cool the size is. And you can take pictures underwater. So it's perfect for the summer holidays. I got to tell you, we recently did a family video of everyone swimming underwater, and it was a great video with a Sony Xperia Z3. So whoever wins this is going to have a great time, and we're going to award this to the person who gives us the best nugget you got of information and value from the chat today. I am so thrilled to welcome Shelby Barone all the way from Orange County, California. How are you, Shelby?
I'm good. How are you? Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's great to see you. I have been a fan of your blog for a very long time, and then I got to meet you. I was so excited. Your blog is OC Mom?
Yes.
OC
yes.
Mom Blog.
Yes. OC
right?
Mom Blog. Yes.
OCMomblog.com, OC for Orange County. And you take a lot of pictures. Give us a little feel for the content of your blog.
So our blog, we're a hyper-local blog, but we also focus a lot on parenting and travel and food and any sort of tips that we need for moms, whether you're in Orange County, traveling to Orange County, or just dreaming of being in Orange County.
Yeah, which let's see, between November and April, that's me.
Absolutely.
And your Twitter ID is glitterfulfelt.
Yes, that's my personal one. And then we're also tweeting at OC Mom Blog too.
Right. And what's glitterfulfelt? Where does that come from?
So that's actually when I first started blogging way back in the day. I used to make felt stories for nonprofits and for special needs kids. And so when Twitter started, I felt it was appropriate to be glitterful and just kind of stuck. And so as people changed their names, I figured, well, no one's going to know me. I have to stay glitterful. So
that's great.
Yes.
Yeah, that's great. Some names just kind of stick forever, right?
Exactly.
Yes, thank you everyone for sticking around. I see Ayana and Judy and Jason's there. Now, Jason, I have to say I miss your old Twitter ID because his old Twitter ID was This Guy Hugs. And I did meet him in Las Vegas, and yes, he does hug. He hugs everyone. But now you changed it to your name. So what? Why did you do that? This Guy Hugs was a signature name. You should have kept that. Anyway, so today we talked a little bit about smartphones and how to pick them. How do you know, first of all, when is the right time to upgrade? But what are some of the most common questions? And I know, Shelby, that many people will come to you with advice and direction. What do you say to people when they're saying, I think I'm ready for a new smartphone? What is the sort of the first top 3 things as advice that you would give them?
Well, what I do is I figure there's a different smartphone for a different person. So whether you're looking for it for just email and phone calls, or if you're looking for it for more photography, or just more managing all of your apps like your Google account. So each phone has its own niche of what it's best for. And so that I kind of figure out what people want, and then I kind of navigate them towards what phone I would recommend.
Yeah, and stay through to the end of the recap today, because Marty's going to play for us Device Simulator, which actually is a service from Verizon Wireless, and you could also Google it, but stick around to the end of the recap. You'll see a video of how it works. And it's a great way to just go online and say, okay, if I switched from an iPhone to a Samsung, what do I need to know? How easy is it to transfer my contacts, my information, and just get a feel for at least what the device looks like online. And of course, I would say no substitute for going into the stores and holding on to it and see if this is something that you think would work for you. So what is your device of choice? Or do you have a couple of devices as far as smartphone, tablets?
So as far as me, I'm an iPhone girl. Everybody knows that. I love my iPhone, and I seem to go through an iPhone every 6 months because I use it so frequently. I use them till they practically fall apart. But, I'm big on photography. Our blog is very highly photo driven, as well as our social media accounts. So iPhone has been able to provide the best cameras for me to be able to do the best photography without having to drag my SLR along. So a lot of times I found with the apps and the iPhone camera, I can kind of do most of our photos for our blog right on my phone, not even have to drag the big camera along.
But have you actually seriously used like a Droid Turbo camera, or have you used a Windows Phone camera, or even a Samsung?
Not, but I'm a little bit jealous of the Samsung one because, you know, we do cover a lot of red carpets for a lot of the films, and my friend, who's another blogger, she has taken some photos with her Samsung, the selfie part of it, compared to my iPhone, and I have to say it's a little bit better. So I'm in the market to try it. I'm just not, I don't know if I can handle the switch yet. You know how you're.
Yeah. It takes a big leap sometimes, but actually it's a lot easier. So I was going to walk people through what I do when I get a new phone. And luckily, because of our good work with the people from Verizon, we get to do this a lot. So I have a phone, I get a new phone, and I'm going to try it out. So the first thing that I'm going to do, if it's an Android phone, is enter my Gmail account. If you don't have one, it's worth having one, because that means that device is going to recognize your accounts. If you want to consolidate all your email accounts, even your corporate accounts, into Gmail, it's great to time saving as well. So that's kind of like one of the first things I do. What about you, Shelby? What do you think is one of the first things you do when you get a new smartphone?
Gosh, one of the first things, of course, is set up your email, and then, of course, download all your social media apps, because we're a highly social media driven society now. So get all your social media apps and then link them all together. Like I've known when I get a new phone, it's linking all my accounts in Instagram to my Facebook and my Twitter. So that's sort of the first thing that I do on top of setting up the email as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very cool, because if you use the website on your phone and you want to comment or you want to share it, setting up your social media accounts and your email allow you to quickly do that without having to interrupt, the process of either sharing or commenting, perhaps even on a site. So it saves you time.
Yes.
Many people are worried, Shelby, on the issue of contacts. Like, oh, if I have to switch my phone, how do I switch my contacts? So I know there's a couple of ways to do that, but what would be your advice for someone with a new phone looking to switch?
Right. Well, I'm an Apple girl. And so whenever I've switched to my new Apple phone, like I just got a new one just recently, I always just type in my Apple ID and it just transfers all my contacts over there's no steps involved at all. It's super easy, super fast.
Yeah, it's true. Two ways to do that. If you have found a phone that you like, the Verizon store, your provider store actually, will offer the service of transferring the information that's on the phone now. So that might make it super easy. But one of the things that we've been trying to advocate here on this chat is for you all to use the cloud. Now, raise your hand if you've been using the cloud, or if you've explored using the cloud, say Verizon Cloud, or any other service like Dropbox or others that allow you to just put everything up there. And then you can download it when you get a new device or a new tablet very easily without having to worry about transferring the data. I see some hands raised. Very good. Do you use cloud services?
Yes, I do. I use the Apple Cloud, but I find that they keep asking me for more money. So recently I have been exploring other clouds. So I've been using the Dropbox cloud through iPhone. They make you do carousel. It seems to be going well. And then Google just announced that they have their new photo app coming out as well too. So now I'm looking forward to trying that one.
Yeah. One of the cool things about the HTC One M9 that I've mentioned a couple of times, that's also a brand new phone, came out a couple of weeks ago, is that depending on which apps and which things you start using at first, it learns what they are, and then it puts it on the home screen right away. And I found that to be so smart, because instead of having to personalize your home screen, that device does it for you. And so there are some things now that all phones will provide that make life so much easier when you're setting up a new phone. And I'm proud of you, Keister, for using the cloud. Very proud of you. I know we're making progress here. More and more of you are using the cloud to store your photos. And it makes sense because you can access them from anywhere. So say you go visit grandma or your cousins and you want to show them a picture that you have stored on Dropbox. It's great. You just open it up and you pull it up so they can see it. Let's talk a little bit about Bluetooth. What are some of the Bluetooth devices that you use with your smartphone?
For me, I use it for my my car.
Yeah.
I set my phone to my car because, especially as a mom, I can't be talking on the phone and driving. It's not safe. So I hook my phone right up to my car. It goes right on the radio. Calls come through. I can just hit a button on the steering wheel now and answer the phone, and it comes through the car radio.
Oh,
so that's my biggest Bluetooth that I use with my phone.
What car do you have?
We have a Mercedes that has it in, and then I also have a Suburban, which is a little bit old school, that doesn't have it. So.
And you can buy those devices, right, for Bluetooth that you put on the visor, which are very good. Yeah.
Very helpful. Yes, you can.
And your phone rings up there. It's great. Yeah, Bluetooth in the car is super useful. I also find that I use it a lot with music, your wireless speakers.
Yes, that's my kids. My kids hook my phone up to their Bluetooth music so they can listen to it out in the backyard while they're playing.
Yeah. Bluetooth speakers. And what about headphones? Like wireless headphones, they are so great. Like you can take a walk, put your phone in your pocket, and you're not completely plugged in.
Like you don't have that awkward wire coming out of your shirt anymore.
Yeah. No, this is true. Tell me a little bit about what are some of the benefits of certain photo editing tools that you use? Because I know that this is one of those areas. Every time I've seen a picture of yours, either on your Facebook page or on your blog, on Twitter, on Instagram, they are beautiful. So I know it's not just the device. It's obviously you and your eye, but what are some of the editing tools that you use? Because I really need to up my game here.
Well, I love editing tools, and I like to make sure all our social media comes from the cellular device that we're using. I think nowadays some people use these Wi-Fi cards from their SLRs and they're uploading these photos to social media platforms, and people are like, how come I can't get that with my phone? It's like, well, they're taking it with a $10,000 SLR camera. So I really try to keep all our photos true to iPhone or whatever cellular device someone else on our team is using. But my favorite one is Snapseed, because there's
I'm learning that one.
Yes, that's my favorite go-to one. And then for food, it's Pick Tap Go. Pick Tap Go. And so I use that one for food because it's just perfect for lighting, especially on those white dishes where you just have like a funny shadow. You just pick it and you can keep editing the photos. So that's my favorite one.
Pick Tap Go.
Yes. And then my secret one that I'll share with you guys is Lens Flare. Lens Flare. I always have to look it up. Because you know how sometimes you get that photo and you're walking through a park and then you can kind of see the sun, but you want to emphasize the sun. So those are some of our most popular photos. We actually put in a fake sun. Anyone?
That's great.
Yeah, but it just kind of adds a dimension. It even makes like the shadow of the sun on the ground. So it's another one of my favorite ones, especially for outdoor photos.
This is Lens Layer then.
Yeah, there's Lens Flare.
Oh, Lens Flare. Got it.
Yes, Lens Flare.
I was going to go looking for Lens Layer and not find it. This is great. This is so great, Shelby. What are some of the other things that you would say, just to wrap up, in terms of when people are considering, or when they just got a phone, say you have a phone, you have a phone somebody gave you perhaps, and you're just trying to get familiar with it. What are some of the advice? What is some of the advice you would give them?
Well, my advice is to explore the App Store. So many times, especially my husband included, they get this big fancy smartphone and then they're just using it for email or phone and nothing else. And that's so true for so many people. So I feel like going to the App Store, downloading different apps, getting used to the phone and learning about the capabilities of these phones. I mean, they're actually like having a computer in your hand and just taking advantage of all the abilities that your phone has to offer to make your life easier. Because that's the whole purpose of having these smartphones, is to make our lives easier with scheduling and maps and everything to help us out.
Yeah, no, it's so true. You can save time. One of the ways to that I have found apps that are really great is also standing in line. So if you're standing in line at the airport or checkout counter, sometimes you watch people, and it's great fun to ask them what they're using, because oftentimes if you're a traveler, you'll get good tips from other travelers. If you're standing in line at Disney, and then there's a lot of new technology that Disney parks have deployed. So it's a great, right? So it's a great way to learn about others. So standing in line is one way. The other thing is, at least at Verizon, you have the access to free workshops. Whether you're a Verizon customer or not, doesn't matter. You can go and learn the differences between operating systems. You will learn, there's all kinds of great workshops that are free that you can take at all of their stores. They have to be a store, not an authorized retailer, but that's a great way to get to know your phone. And the other thing is, you remember or think that you're only using about 30% of the capabilities of your device. So imagine if you increase that by 10%. So make it an effort to learn more about the device. I know on the iPhone, there's a new app that allows you to click on it every so often, and it'll just give you tips, like how to boldface type on your email when you're on your iPhone, or how to, browse through photos, right? What is the name of that app, Shelby? Since you're an Apple girl, you might know it.
Carousel, is that the one you're talking about?
No, it's the app on the iPhone, and I think, Marty, you might know it, but it's the app on the iPhone that's to get tips on how to, right?
Yes, I know what you're talking about. I just don't know what the name of it is.
It's like probably something like or advice, but find it. It's on every iPhone, and if you have the latest operating system, it'll just give you tips on things that you can do quick and easy. So, but I'm excited. I know that we do have a winner of the Sony Xperia Z3. And again, this phone is waterproof. I want to see a picture of you taking underwater photos with it, please. So send that or post it on Twitter with the VZWBuzz hashtag so we can see it. And don't forget, when you get your price, it's not from the online mom. It's not from me, much as I'd love to give you prices. These prices come from Verizon Wireless. And so be sure to remember that when you thank us. Thanks so much. So the winner today is, let me just get it here on this other computer, is Scrappy Doodle. What a great name. Congratulations, Scrappy Doodle. We will be sending you the Sony Xperia Z3B smartphone. And we want to see a lot of pictures from you. Congratulations. So thank you so much, Shelby. When are you coming out east? Anytime soon?
I hope soon. Yes. I need to get back on that side. We'll
have to make that one work, or I may have to come and see you out in OC. Yeah. And there's one more thing I was going to say. Oh, yes. Marty's going to roll the quick video I want you guys to see of how the simulator works. And please stay tuned for that. And when that's over, it's done for today. And we will see you again next week for another exciting mobile lifestyle topic. So thanks everyone for joining. There's about few, like 400 or 500 of you. So thank you so much and have a great weekend.
Bye.
Thank you, Shelby.
Bye, thank you.
What is a device simulator? There are so many great devices to choose from with lots of cool features. Whether you just bought a new phone or are trying to figure out which tablet is right for you, device simulators are a helpful tool for learning about the latest and greatest products from Verizon Wireless. To access device simulators, select Get Help with Your, then Device from the support navigation, or go to vzw.com/simulators and select your device. With the device simulator, you can preview the key features for various smartphones and tablets before you buy one. Interact in a virtual environment, which gives you the power to research before making a purchase. Or use the step-by-step instructions to understand the features on your new device after buying it. Get to know your device today with device simulators from Verizon Wireless.